Hello students, good morning. How are you? I hope you all are fine and in good health in God's protective care. Let me introduce myself. I am Mrs. Mariam Gehlot, your biology teacher. Today I am going to teach you the first lesson tissue for class 7. Shall we begin? Children, before we discuss about tissue, let us recall what you have studied in your previous class. Do you remember? You studied about the cell, the labels of organisms and different types of organisms. So let's talk about the cell first. What is cell? The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. All living beings are made up of cell. Now the second, the labels of organisms. So a single cell alone cannot carry out a specific function. So a group of cells, they come and join together and form a tissue. Different tissue, they join and form an organ. Different organs constitute a system and different system made up of an organism. Organisms are of two types, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means which are made up of one cell or a single cell. For example, amoeba, paramecium, bacteria, virus, they all are made up of one cell. All the activities are carried out by one cell. Then multicellular. Multi means the name itself is telling us they are made up of many cells or different cells. In this category, we have plants, animals and human beings. In this chapter, we talk about the plant tissue and animal tissue. But in this video, I discuss about only plant tissues. The plant tissues are broadly categorized into two types. They are meristematic tissue and permanent tissues. What are meristematic tissues? Meristematic tissues are also known as ever-dividing tissues, as they keep on dividing. They are small, thin-walled, having a large nucleus and dense cytoplasm in them. Secondly, they have the ability to divide continuously to produce new cells. They keep on dividing, like one cell divides into two, two divide into four, four divide into 8 and so on. Then the very important function of this tissue is that this tissue is responsible for the growth of the plant. So according to the location, meristematic tissue are of two types, apical meristematic tissue and lateral meristematic tissue. Apical meristematic tissue, where they are found at the tips of the roots and shoot or stems. You can see in this picture, these here, the portion which I have darkened, this is the place where we can see the apical tissue. We can find the apical meristematic tissue. These are the growing region. And then comes the lateral meristematic tissue. Lateral meristematic tissue, they are found at the side of the plant. They are present at the sides of the plant and help the plant to grow in thickness. Apical meristematic tissue help the plant to grow in length. ये वाले height बढ़ाते हैं and lateral, they help the plant to grow in thickness or in diameter or in breadth. You might have seen a small baby plant, a 15 days old baby plant is very thin, its stem is very thin, but after few days or few months you just see the stem starts getting thicker and thicker, and gradually a time comes when the stem took the shape of a trunk because of the help of this lateral meristematic tissue. Now the second type, permanent tissue. Permanent tissue. What are these? These are actually the older meristematic tissue only, which stop dividing and assumed a permanent shape and size. So what are permanent tissue? They are the older meristematic tissue only. They stop dividing and assumed a permanent shape and size. They are also of two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissues. Simple as the name suggests, they are made up of only one kind of cells. Their origin is same, their work is same. This simple permanent tissue, they are further divided into three: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma. What is the work of parenchyma tissue? They are actually, the cells of this tissue may be oval, spherical or polygonal. The cell wall is thin and there are spaces between the cells which are known as intercellular space. The function of this tissue is to store food and water for the plant, and it is present in all parts of the plant. Now, second, collenchyma. What type of cells they are? The cells of collenchyma are thick-walled and elongated with oblique or tapering ends. A type of carbohydrate is found in collenchyma cells at the tip or at the corner of the cells. This collenchyma tissue or cells, they help the plant in support and gives them a flexibility. They are not found in roots. Thirdly, we come to the last type of simple permanent tissue, which is sclerenchyma. These are actually the dead cells. They are made up of dead cells which are packed tightly and closely. So they have these cells are elongated and have a pointed ends. The cell wall is thick. The sclerenchyma cells, they have a thick cell wall which is made up of a chemical complex substance which is known as lignin. This sclerenchyma tissue, they provide strength to the body of the plant. Now we come to the next type, complex. Complex permanent tissue is made up of two or more kinds of cells. It is of two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem. What is the work of xylem? Xylem conducts water and minerals from the root to the leaves. So what is the function of the xylem? They conduct water, minerals from the roots of the tree, like this, the roots of the plant to the stem and the leaves. And then these are carried out, this work is carried out by two kinds of cells which are known as tracheids and vessels. They are the elongated cells. They help the xylem tissue to carry out their work, to conduct water and minerals. Now the last one, that is phloem. It is responsible for the transport of food to different parts, as they bring the water and minerals from the root to the leaves. So the leaves manufacture the food. Now the food is prepared. Now that food has to be transported to the different parts of the plant. इन्होंने खाना बनाने का सामान लाके दिया, लीव्स ने बनाया, अब उसको क्या करना है, इनको दूसरे पार्ट्स में पहुंचाना है. So phloem tissue. Now this is the work of the phloem tissue. So phloem tissue, they are responsible for the transport of food to different parts of the plant, made up of seed cells and companion cells. So with this, we come to an end of this session. In my next video, I explain you about the animal tissue. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay home, stay healthy. Thank you.